What's going on YouTube? Steven, TheSalonGuy here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to cut bangs for men. So first things first, you really want to determine on the overall haircut and the shape that you want. And you want to make sure that the bangs, or I apologize to all the Brits, fringe, that you want to make sure that it's going to be balanced with the rest of the haircut. You can have a shorter cropped haircut up here and a longer fringe area, or you can have it balanced where this is the same length as the fringe, which again, it really depends on the overall look. I'm noticing, and over the years, that if you do leave it a bit longer, you can do more sweeping styles with it. You can have a little more flexibility, but the key is you want to make sure that it's layered, okay? Layered means basically it's got balanced shape and it's removing the weight. If you don't have these layered and it's going to hang straight down, it's going to look like a bowl right in through here. Okay, see how this is a little bit more wispy and softer? If you don't have this bit area right in here, this bit, it's not layered, well, it's going to be a problem because it's going to lay very, very heavy and not have any movement and texture to it. So again, it really depends. Can you cut this when it's wet? Yes, you can. Always make sure that unless you get it right on the first shot, maybe leave them a little bit longer. And there's a few ways to actually cut these. So you can see here, I'm just kind of tapping down on the comb, and I'm going to use my shears like this to point cut, and I'm not moving this at all. And what that's doing is it's really assuring that I'm going to be able to cut without cutting it too short. All right, and also with the corner area, you want to be careful. You want to make sure that you're not going to be cutting off too much hair. That's why the comb comes in handy, because you can actually really kind of put in that line and that balance right into the front here. And it really is helpful over the years. You don't have to use your fingers, you don't have to use your hands. If you do want to use your hands, and I left this corner here a little bit longer so I can show you guys, what you want to do is you simply comb this in, pull it down, and see where you need to cut, and then point cut. All right, that's the best thing. And obviously, you want to be careful, because if you cut it too short, it's going to spike right up and jump up, and you don't want that to happen. All right, now let's say that this particular client wants to have a shorter, more cropped fringe. There's a few ways you can do this. The first way is you can comb the hair straight down this way, and you can go in and point cut to where the desired length is without using your hands at all, more of a freestyle type texture. So let's try that on this side right into here, and you can see what I'm talking about here. So I'm going to go in this way, and I'm going to point cut like this. You pull away as you cut, so you're not going to be going too short, and I'm creating little points in the hair this way. And as you can see, what I've done is I've created kind of a shorter, more jagged edge right through here. And if there's any leftover hairs that are kind of hanging down, then you can go back in and point cut those. Okay, get those out of the way. But here's a nice little textured area that I did. I think it's something that, as you can see, you're going to get instant results with this. If I were to go in and use my hands, my fingers, and cut this, it would probably be way too short. All right, now I'm going to show you guys another cool technique on this side. All right, this is one that I love doing, and it's actually taking the razor. This is a feather razor. You can use a straight blade, whatever you feel comfortable with, and you're actually going to go in and do some freehand cutting. What you want to do is almost take each piece kind of section by section. You don't want to take huge clumps of hair, but what we want to do is kind of individualize kind of each piece. All right, so you're going to grip it into a little bit of a point like this, and then you're going to see where you last cut right there with your guide. You're going to start right there, and you're going to scrape down. Again, don't take too thick of a section, because it's going to be very easy to kind of take too much hair and not get those precise cuts. And don't go too short, whatever you do. But the good thing is about the razor is that if you do go too short, it'll create a little bit of, an edgier type look. And as you can see, by gripping this whole point right in through here, it actually makes it a lot easier when styling, because you can see everything that's happening, all right, when you're cutting. All right, so here we go. And now when you comb and bring everything down, let's see what this did here. So see how this created like a nice jagged type look, all right, almost similar to this, but I think it's a little more textured, all right, and there's that little piece right there. So another really cool technique, obviously, is with the razor on this side and the shear on this side. Here we have the hair pretty much all dry in the front here, and this is more for finishing techniques, or if you want to add a little more texture to the hair, especially right in this front area. Now, since we did use the razor on this part and through here, it does have a little bit more of a textured kind of feel, but you can use your thinning shears right here, and you hold out the fringe this way. Let me turn the head. You hold it out this way a little bit here, straight out from the head, and you just take maybe one chomp and then move on to the next one. And what that's going to do is that's going to really soften up this whole area. Now, considering, you know, I didn't really too much of the top here as far as cutting, I just want to kind of focus on this area. Just want to show you guys how it, you know, just really softens up this whole area. You could even point cut with the thinning shears right in through here, just to add, again, a little more texture to the ends right here. You could actually go in and just literally remove the weight in little pieces this way. This is something for more, I'd say a little more advanced, you know, and you want to be careful that you're not removing like the hair to where there's nothing left. You're literally just doing this to add a little bit more texture to it. And then that's when you can go in and kind of create those little points like this. And then also, if you wanted to wear the hair up a little bit, you know, it kind of softens up this whole front area so that it's not just one big heavy wave of hair. It actually has some nice texture to it. All right, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more videos with the Salon Guy.